Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Awthentik and The Beard. This is the Parlay, where we talk fantasy football and NFL betting. It is week 13 in the NFL, which means it is, for most of you, the last week of fantasy football regular season. This is the most important week where people make the playoffs or people head to daily fantasy football. Let me bring in the fellas, Mr. Awthentik and Scotty Booms in the building. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, what's good, man? Good morning. Hey, give me that that intro that Tim be doing, Scotty.
Ladies and gentlemen. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in today. Giants fans, I know you guys are ready. Big weekend.
Yeah, this is a major game for sure, man. How about that fight last night, man? Danny Garcia, man, showed up with a tough fight, man. But Errol Spence, man, that dude is on another level.
Yeah, I mean,
you kind of shrugging your shoulders. Was that not a good fight for you?
I didn't think. I didn't think Garcia was going to do well, and he didn't do well. It kind of was what I expected.
Oh man, maybe you saw that differently, man. I think Errol Spence, what got him to fight and got him the W was his chin in that fight, because Garcia landed a couple of major punches, man. Punches.
They weren't hurt. I mean, Spence at the end of the third, whenever that bell kind of saved him, he did get hurt that one time. Other than that, I didn't see him really get hurt. Spence,
yeah, and that's what I think. I mean, the chin, man. The chin was crazy from Spence. And he's got 4 big fights that he just won. I can't remember who they were, but it was Sean Porter was one of them. And there's 2 other Mikey Garcia was the other one. Yep. And I think that's the trouble that everybody's having. Like, Errol Spence never really feels or senses pressure from the other boxers, because he's fighting kind of like Paul Williams, if you ask me, man, like not afraid of nobody's power. And I mean, I think it's going to either end viciously when he gets this fight against Bud Crawford, or it'll probably take him over the top and get that victory.
He kind of punked out, though, at the end of the fight. They asked him about Bud. He's like, I'm not thinking about Terrence Crawford. I want to go back to my ranch and ride my horses. Like, man, you better go ahead and, you got to want to make this happen, or it's not going to happen.
Yeah, he was trying to duck a little bit. I definitely peeked that, man.
I don't want this to be the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight that just, took forever and took too long to happen. I don't want this to be that type of fight.
Yeah, I feel you, man, because they're both in their prime right now. You could tell. And he hasn't missed a beat since that accident he had where he was ejected from the Lamborghini and whatnot. He looked great. And he took a couple rounds off, but he looked great.
Definitely.
So, let me say some shout-outs to everybody in chat. Before I do that, I want to give a big shout-out to the people over at Bet Openly who sent over some swag packages for the crew. So, I'm rocking the hat today. The hat's nice. It's a nice quality hat. Got the shirt. So for those of you that don't know, Bet Openly is this like new and exciting way of making bets. So basically, you make the bets against other people. It's not necessarily against the house. So you make your own lines, you make your own odds, and there's only a 1% juice. So it's a lot more winning and a lot less losing in that sort of sense. So it's definitely like a really dope concept, and we're excited to hopefully be working with them in the near future. But they sent us some hats, some shirts, some stickers. So maybe at some point we'll do some trivia and I give away some of these stickers too. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope too for everybody. But let me say some hellos to everybody in the chat. Lucas checking in. I want to say Lucas be checking in from Australia.
What's up?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember where Lucas is, but we was chopping it up for a little bit in Entertainers Roundtable last night, man, in the chat, man. Salute to Lucas.
And Giants Nation, of course, is here.
Oh, we in the building. What's up, Joseph?
It's going to be a tough day for you Giants fans. I
don't know, man. The only way it's a tough day is if Washington can pull out a win tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or the Eagles can somehow fluke.
It's a tough day for everybody in the division.
I'm feeling good about it. Like, we can take the L and I'll be like, as long as y'all don't surprise me with a W, I'll be all right.
Remember that week, those first 5 weeks, 6 weeks, maybe 7, where nobody in the NFC East would win a game the entire weekend?
It was terrible.
We would have known that was happening.
I know, man. I was rolling in with that optimism for my Giants, man. But that prediction at the beginning of the year was a little bit too bold. But as far as Dallas and Washington goes, I had those pretty lined up.
Well, shout out Jay Jean in the building. Thank you for joining us.
Jay
as
Jean,
always.
What's up, fam? What's
Lax
up?
Lax 044 in the building.
Lax in the building.
Miss Sunday's in the building. How are you doing today?
I chopped it up with Sunday a little bit last night, too. That's what's up.
Thank you for joining us. Pete is in the building. What's going on?
I like
Pete.
He wants to know who's ready to beat the
I'm ready.
Seahawks.
I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. What?
And the always amazing Tracy is in the building.
Hey, Tracy, look, Scotty blowing kisses, Tracy, winks. Yeah, good morning, Tracy.
Joel talking beard gang.
Hey, Joel might got you on that beard gang, bro. I'm telling you, Joel got a serious beard. Yes, man, serious beard gang, man. And he wears a New York Giants hat. So, I mean, your job's on the line here, bro.
And shout out to Marjorie, who, is always dropping gems of information in the chat.
Facts.
Make sure you guys are hip to Marjorie on Twitter, too, for sure, because she's always dropping some gems and
Marjorie
information.
In Giants Nation in the building one time.
It's Niel. What's going on? Thank you for joining us.
I'm unsure how to say that name. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've been wanting to say, like, say it like Daniel, like Esaniel. Esaniel? Yeah. I see Esaniel a lot in chats too, man. Shout out to Esaniel. We need some pronunciation.
Yeah. What's going on, David?
Hey, David in the building. What's up, fam?
David is in the building. Nick DeWick, what's going on? Thank you for joining us,
Looking like a new
Nick.
Abby there. What's up, Nick DeWick? That's my man right there.
Hey, buddy.
Anthony, the bluegrass
He said,
picker.
Don't tell Bad Dog I'm here instead. Hey, what's up, Anthony? It got a little hot last night in that chat one time, Anthony. We're gonna leave that for another day.
And PJ, who is in the mix with myself and Awthentik in the division for fantasy. It's crazy. So Awthentik is, I want to say 8-4.
With 8 straight wins. Let's keep it funky.
Okay.
Crazy.
And then me, PJ, and Patrick are all 7-5. And then Mark and Ernie are both 6-6.
Ernie made a run too. Ernie was at the bottom of the division almost the whole year.
So it's today, like I could win. If I win and Awthentik loses, I'm pretty sure I win a division and get
Hey, look, remember when I told you when the Washington football team was winning by, it was tied up with 16 seconds left in the game against Detroit. I told you that if y'all lose, it's going to be your fault.
Yeah.
You better stop saying that division thing and just try to squeak in and get a win. Get your butt in the playoffs.
I knocked on wood.
I'm going to keep it funky with you one time.
Mac, the Giants fan, is in the building. What's going on, Mac? Thank you for joining us. Hey, yes, the thumbs up. Please, that means a lot. Thank you, Sunday, for letting everybody know. If you guys hit those thumbs up now, it helps get this stream out to the masses and the publics that are, scouring the YouTubes. So we appreciate the love and the support as always. Simon, what's going on? Thank you for joining us.
What up?
Appreciate the love and support. Shazad, my man, checking in from across the pond, wants to know what oil do I use in the beard. Right now, I'm using a local beard cream company. I don't know if Josie's in the chat right now. Josie, if you're in the chat and you want to drop the name of that beard cream company I'm getting, you let me know.
It does look really good right now. It's kind of shining a little bit.
It's kind of shining.
Got that fresh beard cream in there. JD Davis, what's going on? Thank you for joining us.
40.
And Felix missed the intro. It's all good, Felix.
Who said WD? Tim don't change his own oil because of that one right there.
He got his hair cut off. That baby steps.
Facts. Baby steps, man. About 5 a year,
Sabrina's in the building. Justin's in the building. Authentic. What is this? Do you think Tim should shave the beard if he started boxing, or do you believe the extra cushion protecting his chin is an unfair advantage?
I'm going to go with the latter on that one, yeah. I'm going to go with the latter on that one.
But it didn't save him when he started boxing real fighters.
Hey, David, what's going on, brother? Thank you for stopping in.
I hope you're right,
Appreciate
David.
it.
Let's go. I picked them Giants one time, 26-24.
Papa Homewood is in the building. What's going on, sir? Oh, there goes. It's EB Butter. EBO Butter.
I was going to say, you left out one letter, cut.
Ebo.
Yeah,
Butter.
y'all said it a little right.
So that means you said it wrong.
It's not. It's better than saying it wrong,
We need to
right?
get the Tommy and Tracy machine where you plug words in and it just talks them for you like a speak and spell.
Yo, that joint. The Xbox has that on there, and people be sending me some ruthless chats with that thing. I'm just like, bruh.
What's good? Kyle's in the building.
Hey, Kyle
Gravetti
Gravetti in the building. What's
also.
up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, Kyle?
All right, so it's time, guys. This is a big Sunday. So
You
what we're
keep
about
saying
to do?
that, man. And I don't feel like that. It feels like a really boring Sunday I've been waiting for to maybe watch 3 teams in the NFCs go down.
No, this is a
How
big
can you
Sunday.
Say that right now? You guys
Bro,
aren't
we're playing the
today.
Packers, they're playing the Steelers, and they're playing the Seahawks. These are the top 3 teams in the
Yes.
league minus the Kansas City Chiefs.
So maybe this is an opportunity for the NFC East to be like, hey, guys, we're not that bad.
Let's just
Or
look at
to
it as an
remind
opportunity for the Giants to get a W.
I would say to
So-
remind everybody how bad we are by losing all 4 games. That's
I'm scared, man. I'm scared,
Is there
Scotty.
a better chance all 4 of us lose or one of us wins?
I think there's a better chance one of us wins. Who does Dallas got this week again? They got Baltimore Ravens. They got a tough matchup too, but
if I
Baltimore's
asked you
coming in a
if
little shaky.
If 2 teams are going to get a win, you would definitely say the better chances all 4 would lose.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, for sure,
I agree,
for sure.
I agree. Over-unders, 0.5, we'll say.
Well, I mean,
Scotty, Mom Duke say something might be wrong with the mic.
Uh-oh.
Might want to check check out that the cam mic joint one time and go to your echo cancellation again.
You want me to hit it?
Yeah, you can check it, yup. Boom's disgust towards Awthentic's comment. I know that's right.
Should I turn off the other one too?
Yeah, might as well. Let's try it for now. We'll be all right.
No mono? All right.
No Sam Darnold.
Gotta talk louder.
oh man, Sam Darnold. I can't wait to give you a Sam Darnold note when we get to that game.
Oh, let's do it, man.
All right, first game on the slate, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give you what we think is going to happen as far as betting. We're going to give you some fantasy plays. And don't forget, if you have any fantasy football questions, to drop them in the chat, and we will answer them throughout the show. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, and I don't think I missed any. That's it, right? Facebook, Periscope, Twitch,
and YouTube. And YouTube.
Hey,
got to shout
don't
out to
forget
YouTube.
those thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Detroit Lions, 4-7, are heading to Chicago to take on the 5-6 Bears. The Bears are a 3-point favorite. The over-under is 45. Kickoff is at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to get this one started with Scotty Booms. Scotty Booms, tell me what you got.
I mean, Chicago hasn't been impressive this season, but Detroit's been much less impressive, I'd say. It's surprising it's only a 3-point spread. I think Chicago should be getting more points than that. Your defense is obviously elite. Mitchell Trubisky, believe it or not, he's 4-0 in his career against these Lions. No Kenny Golladay, never a good thing for Detroit. They're missing some other pieces. I think Awthentic was saying earlier, DeAndre Swift's questionable, probably not going to play. You got to give me Chicago -3. Give me under 45, though. I don't see him scoring a ton of points, but I will take Chicago in this game.
Yeah, Kenny Golladay has officially been ruled out again in this game, too. And, yeah, DeAndre Swift is coming in questionable for sure. I like what you said about Mitchell Trubisky. That's my fantasy play in this game. In 6 career starts, he's thrown for 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions versus the Lions. The Lions are giving up 23.8 fantasy points to quarterback. So I think Mitchell Trubisky is probably the best play in this game for Chicago. Lions are favored by Bears are favored by 3 in this one. I think that's a little sketchy. I'm going to take the Lions outright. I think Lions win this game by 7.
Nice. Interesting.
And 45, yeah, we're going to get there.
I like it. Got the faith.
Starting off hot.
Very, very interesting. Very,
what up,
very
Bobby?
Bobby! What's
I saw
going
Bobby
on,
last
Bobby?
night on Entertainer's channel, man. Entertainer be trying to get you off too quick, Bobby. I peep game, trust me. I peep game.
One more thing. I got one more thing I want to say.
Bobby said, you let Nate talk for like 20 minutes, Entertainer. Little
said it
Nate
to
was
him.
trying. Yeah, he said it to him last night. Yeah. Shout
track
out
of
Bobby one
everything.
time.
So, quick question from the chat, and then I'm going to give you what I think about this game. What's up, Bradley? Do I start David Montgomery over Wayne Gallman?
Hey, now look, I was just about to talk about David Montgomery, who pretty much had his best game last week, 103 yards. He caught 5 or 6 targets out the backfield for 40 yards and a touchdown. I think it's a toss-up between Gallman and Montgomery because if they load the box and Colt McCoy can't throw the ball at all down the field, you're not going to see a good day out of Wayne Gallman. I promise you that. And David Montgomery, I mean, it's been inconsistent all year, so I'd flip a coin and pick who you want on that one.
I'll take David Montgomery, man. Give me the hot back. He had those 103 carries on 103 yards on only 11 carries last week, so he did a lot. He did have one big run that kind of boosted those stats up, but hot back.
The hot back, I'm offended. Wayne Gallman is not a hot back in touchdowns in his last 5 games.
He's been playing well. He's been playing well. But you just said that it's dependent on Colt McCoy stretching the ball down the field. And you also said 15 minutes ago you don't think he's got a good arm. So with those stats from a Giants fan, I'm going to go ahead and take
that was allegedly off air, bro.
Hey, it's like a reporter thing. Like you can't write that down off the record.
I mean, Colt McCoy's arm down the field does, that's a question mark for me. It does worry me for sure.
This is definitely a tough call, but I am going to go with David Montgomery. Because, especially if you're in a PPR, just because David Montgomery is going to catch a lot of passes out of the backfield also. I do like I'm not a big fan of Chicago. I'm just not. And
It's hard to be a big fan of Chicago.
it is.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the Lions -3. I don't know if they'll necessarily win outright, but I will take them -3. I do think we get to the over. I will tell you, though, Mitch Trubisky is a sneaky start in daily fantasy football. So if you're playing on DraftKings or FanDuel or Monkey Knife Fight, any of those sites, Mitch Trubisky, he's going to be dirt cheap, right? And Mitch Trubisky historically is really good. I mean, it's hard to say those two things in the same sentence.
Against the Lions, right?
Yeah,
But against the Lions.
You got to finish that off because I was like, historically, what?
He's got four straight games against Detroit with at least 3 touchdowns.
Nuts.
And Detroit, though, is 3-9 against the spread in their last 12 games against divisional opponents. So everything kind of is pointing in Chicago's direction in this game, but I do kind of like the Lions -3. I like the over. If you want to take a risk, I stack Mitch Trubisky, Allen Robinson, and David Montgomery, and then bring it back with Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones hasn't had like a crazy game, but he is getting the targets. And that's really what you want when it comes to fantasy. Danny Amendola might be a sleepy pick too for Detroit. So
Pronounce it again.
Amendola, Danny Amendola.
You kind of go ahead. You good, man?
Yeah, he botched it that first one.
Right.
He did. He botched it. Danny Manamola. I heard it.
Man, nobody makes fun of the beard like you make fun of the beard, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you got to add a little more. You got to slice it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So, quick question before we get to the next game. Rapid fire.
Danny Graham Granola.
Danny Granola Bar. Do I start Brandon Cooks, Kareem Hunt, or Melvin Gordon?
Hey, Bluegrass said, "Why does it seem like Booms can see me?" Hey, yo, I be thinking that too. Like when he's looking right down the pike right there, like dead down the camera, he's looking right at me on my screen, bro.
See all your souls. See what you did bad, what you did good. I'm like Santa Claus in December. Watch out. Hopefully, you've been a good
Facts,
boy
bro.
this year. Give me. Kareem Hunt hasn't really showed out since Nick Chubb's been back. Oh, man, all those ones I'm not really sized on. I guess give me – no, I don't want Brandon Cooks either. Give me Melvin Gordon, but I don't like any of those, to be honest with you.
Give me Kareem Hunt. Just a baller. When he gets the carries, man, he's always over 100. There's been games here where him and Chubb go over 100, and certain games where he's getting the workload early on. So, yeah, give me Kareem Hunt.
I'm going to take Brandon Cooks. He's the number one guy there right now. In daily fantasy, though, he's going to be probably the most owned player in daily fantasy, so I would probably try and stay away from having him in too many lineups.
Brandon Cooks?
Yeah.
Because he's cheap and he's the number one receiver?
Yeah.
Let's not forget Indianapolis is the number one pass defense in football.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
And they're getting healthy. They lost to Forrest
So
Buckner
they
last
knocked
week.
y'all
They
off.
lost.
They knocked the Washington football team out of that number one spot. I thought Pittsburgh snatched it up last week too.
It might be yardage wise. Maybe it's one of the other ones, like scoring wise, but they have a great secondary.
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
under the amount of sacks the Giants have today against Seattle, 4. I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go over. I think Russell extends plays too much sometimes, and the Giants are going to keep this game close. I'm going to go over. I think they get maybe on 4 or maybe 5.
I'll take the over because I'm looking for a dub.
Yeah. All right,
That's
Darius.
not what we pay you for, Authentic. We buy his filter, man. Come on.
Darius Slayton, Jarvis Landry, or Marvin Jones. I don't want to help you, PJ, but I will.
Don't take too many of these, man. I got some stats I got to keep for these games, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go Marvin Jones. Jarvis Landry, that game is gonna be like 5,000 rushing yards, and Darius Slayton, until he shows that and with Colt McCoy, I just can't. So I'm gonna go Marvin Jones.
Give me Jarvis Landry.
I'm going Jarvis Landry as well. He caught 8 of 11 targets for 143 yards and a touchdown last week.
Tennessee's defense is booty. It's not been good for a while. It's been bad this year, so yeah.
Okay, you get to start 3 of these guys. Myles Gaskin, Melvin Gordon, Wayne Goldman, Gibson, Henry, Darrell Henderson Jr. Give me Gibson, Henry, and Gaskins.
Gibson, Henry. Give me Henderson Jr.
Yeah, I'm going Gibson, Henry, Gaskins. Ahmed is out the lineup today.
Pick 3, Gurley, Henry, Sanders,
can we
Eckler.
get to the next game, bro? Dog. I mean, come on, bro.
Miles Sanders. I think Philadelphia, if they run the ball, which they should, Miles Sanders could have a big game. Eckler, they are like, as soon as the dude came off IR, they started giving him big carries. Give me Austin Eckler and Henry.
Yeah, we're taking 3 here, so
Yeah.
I'll drop Gurley on this one.
I'm going to take Henry Sanders, Eckler. I'll drop Gurley also. Shout out to my man Eric, OBX Picker in the building, hoping for another win for the Fins.
What's up, fam? What's up?
Speaking of the Fins, the next game on the slate, the Cincinnati Bengals are 2-8-1. They are taking on the Miami Dolphins, who are 7-4. The Dolphins, this is crazy. 10-point favorites, and the over-under is 42.5. I'm going to start with Awthentik. Awthentik, what you got?
I don't like too many people in this game, fantasy-wise.
Smart.
Do we know who's getting the start here between Fitzpatrick and Tua? Tua got the start. Okay, so I definitely don't like the quarterback position. Tua, I'm not sold on Tua quite yet. So give me that Miami Dolphins defense in this game. Cincinnati Bengals, you saw what they did last week against the Giants. They struggled on offense the whole game. Didn't get an offensive touchdown until the fourth quarter, I believe there. So give me the Miami Dolphins defense, who's top 5 in takeaways this year. Dang, they got Miami favored by 10.5, by 10 now.
10 now, yeah.
That's a little crazy, but
Yeah,
the quarterback play is very bad over there. So yeah, I'll take Miami. I'll take the over, and I think Miami covers the 10.5.
Tua's back for sure, 100%. No doubt about it.
Yep.
Okay. Their offense did not look good those 2 games he was out there. He had one good game, one not very good game. I don't think they're going to get to that 42. I'm going to go under that. And Cincinnati, Brandon Allen, now this will be his, second game starting, third game he's been playing. I think they're going to do a little bit better. I don't think Miami's going to blow them out. 10 points seems like way, way too much.
It does.
I'm taking Cincinnati plus 10 under the 42.
I think here you really got to think about is Miami's defense. If you have Miami's defense, play Miami's defense. Miami's defense has been awesome, and they're playing Cincinnati, whose offense right now is just really bad. So Miami's defense is the play in this game for sure. A lot of people have been asking in the chat about Myles Gaskin. I like Myles Gaskin. I think he could have a big game. It just depends on how he's, bounces back. He's, missed some time lately, so that'll be interesting. Miami's defense, Xavier Howard leads the league in interceptions this year, so look for him to probably have another interception today, if not 2. Miami has also covered the spread in 6 of their last 7 games, which is super interesting, and it's kind of difficult to pick them as 10 points though. But I like it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and I'm gonna take Miami Dolphins minus 10, and I'm gonna take the under 42.5.
Honest question, The Beard. How many Tua Tagovailoa RPAs do you have sitting at your house right now?
So Tua is actually one of the people that I don't have
and you're
autograph.
still going Dolphins. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't have an autograph for Tua. I do have a nice Tua mosaic, silver mosaic card that I got from Jim Bob, who's in the chat right now. Shout out to my man Jim.
Hey, and shout out my man Dan one time in the chat, man. You know it. Let's go Giants, bro.
All right, next game on the slate.
Oh, I see Lucas in the building too. Oh, and also, man, anybody who's over on Periscope, if you have any troubles, we just got an error message from Periscope saying they're having some troubles with their platform. So you might want to pull up on the YouTube vibes one time.
They're not ready for this parlay fire. We're burning up their site, man. Go ahead. Reboot the systems.
The Indianapolis Colts are 7-4 and 3.5-point favorites at the Houston Texans, who are 4-7. The over/under is a whopping 51 for this game. I don't know where that came from, but that's where we're at. Scotty Booms, tell me what you got.
We just mentioned the Colts defense a minute ago. They're getting DeForest Buckner back on the D-line. They're getting Autry back. When those two guys are up there, they're causing havoc. Their defense is really, really good. This is a bad matchup for Houston. We know their run defense is atrocious. The Colts kind of bring an old style of offense. They run the football. Phil Rivers has been somewhat protecting the football as of late, which makes them dangerous. There's no Fuller for the Texans. He got a PED suspension. Number 1 cornerback Bradley Roby, he's also out. He got suspended. They're like trying to submarine our boy Deshaun Watson's career, I swear.
Yeah,
Chernock, I don't know if you're in here, man, but Jesus, I can't do it. Colts minus 3.5. I'm going to take that. Over 51 too, because Deshaun Watson.
Really?
Yeah, he seems to drag his team along regardless who's out there. So they might go down early, but he'll score some late touchdowns to make it a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm not going to lie. Don't forget about that game the Texans had against the Browns that was like 10-7 when they were facing a team with good running backs. And I like Nyheim Hines in this game, man. Turned in a really good week last week and coming out the backfield catching 8 of 10 targets for 66 yards. I'd maybe try to squeeze him in your lineup at maybe extra flex or your last running back position. I'm trying to think who I want to take in this game. I got faith in Deshaun Watson, man. He can put his team on his back and get a W, but no Fuller because of the suspension. I think it's going to be tough for them. Give me the Colts, and I think they'll. Yeah, give me the Colts. Give me the Colts -3. The 51, we're not going to get there.
Tough game here. Tough game. I talked about it briefly a couple seconds ago about Brandon Cooks. In daily fantasy, he's probably going to be the highest owned player just because of the mere fact that he is now the number one and he's at a really cheap salary. So I would expect him to be highly owned in daily fantasy, which kind of is something you want to stay away from having if you want to like really win. This game is very interesting though. T.Y. Hilton, I've been bashing T.Y. Hilton all year. He hasn't had a 100-yard game in like 2 years. Last week he had a really good game though. Historically, he's really good against the Texans too. I saw Kyle in the chat talking about that also. So I slipped T.Y. Hilton in a couple of lineups just because he's super cheap. He plays well against the Texans and he's coming off of his really his best game of the year for sure. Houston is 1-5 this year against the spread against winning teams. So I am going to take the Colts. I'm going to take the Colts -3.5. I'm going to take the under. I think 51 is just a little too high for my liking. And speaking of the Texans, Lax wants to know David Johnson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or Juju Smith-Schuster.
I'm going Edwards-Helaire on that. What happened to your boy Michael Pittman Jr. last week, Tim? Tough game.
Tough game, yeah.
Tough game.
Yeah, you were pushing him pretty heavy there, the Beard.
28 yards on 2 catches ain't gonna get it done.
I'm still on Pittman this week though, man. I slipped Pittman in a couple of lineups for sure, and then even the other wide receivers in for Texans, Coutier.
Yeah,
he's a rookie.
Coutier.
Coutier.
No, I don't know how to pronounce that. Made that
you know,
you look confident. You look confident.
The
I was
way
like,
he said it, he made me think. But yeah, he's literally the cheapest you can possibly be on DraftKings. So I slipped him in a couple of lineups.
I'm a little bit worried about Cooks moving to the number 1, man. I think he's better suited when he has less attention on him.
For sure.
And he'll get more targets for sure, I do think. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see today. And I'll have to wait till after these games before I would even think about playing Brandon Cooks. I don't know. I've never been high on Brandon Cooks.
I'm also going to go Clyde Edwards.
Yeah, definitely go Clyde Edwards-Helaire on this.
Oh, I thought I saw another one, but I'm going to have
Glock, what's up? I see you in the building, fam. What it do?
Cracking. Glock, man, are you from around here? Because you talk like you're from around here sometimes.
Yeah, what's cracking? That's definitely right here.
Oh, man. So the next game on the slate is the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 1-10. I can't believe that.
Didn't they start 1-0, or am I wrong?
I think so.
They did.
Yeah. And we were like, man, Jacksonville, so watch out for Jacksonville this year.
Gardner Minshew.
They are at the Minnesota Vikings, who are 5-6. The Vikings are 10-point favorites. The over-under is 51. This game kicks off at 1 o'clock. Awthentik, tell me what you got.
Man, Minnesota favored by 10 in this one. That might be a little too high for me. I think Jacksonville will be able to hang with them behind James Robinson running the ball. And James Robinson's probably the only guy on the Jaguars side of the ball that I would actually think about starting. He's just been having a fantastic year and a very consistent year as well. But 51. I do not think we're going to get to 51. And I don't think Minnesota will cover that 10. So, yeah, give me Jacksonville in this one, not to get the W, but they'll cover. And I'll take the under.
Authentic, man, I want to buy that beat, the one you just finished. How much for that?
It's alloernothingsstudios.com/beats. That beat is for sale. It's been for sale for like 5 years. Yeah, no, I tried rhyming on that one a couple years ago, man. And once I'm like, all right, I can't do nothing with it, I'll put them out there for sale. And nobody's bit on that one. I thought that was a good vibe.
The bars in my head right now, like I have a track that if you can replay it, I'll just freestyle it right now because I already, as it was going, I was like, man, I already know how this song's supposed to go. You know when you hear a beat and you're like, I can already see it before it happens on paper.
Yeah, facts, of course. And those be the ones you want to stick with, bro. Like when the first vibe is the best vibe when it comes to creating. And I think with all aspects of creating, take that first vibe and run with it. You don't want to be sitting on a creation too long trying to mold it and sculpt it.
Love at first sight. I like that.
Facts.
10 points is a lot. The Vikings, man, they've been really up and down all year. They had that hot streak after the bye. Then they looked bad. Then they won again. Mike Glennon, he's quarterbacking for Jacksonville now. They kind of rolled through some guys. Luton is no longer starting. Mike Glennon's not a bad quarterback. He's got a long neck, but he knows what he's doing out there. I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 10.
You know who he reminds me of, bro, with the long neck is who was the quarterback for the Raiders that his pops was trying to mold him?
Marinovich.
That his build reminds me of him, and I'm glad you brought up Mike Glennon because he had a good game last week. No interceptions. I want to say it was 2 touchdowns, 255 yards, maybe.
He's not bad when he gets snaps. I mean, he's done some things in the NFL. Never had a chance to really be a starter.
You see the Beard's face over there because he was. I remember last week he said something funny about Mike Glennon. He's like, Mike Glennon's a quarterback this week, but he actually turned out a pretty decent game, man.
He's serviceable.
Yeah, he's serviceable.
I think he's like Colt McCoy serviceable. We're like, he's probably not gonna blow anybody away with his performance, but he's gonna give you more than you expect from backup.
I'd give him a tier up. I'd put him a tier above guys like Colt McCoy and Andy Dalton.
So right now, if you could make a game day trade, you're telling me you would flip Colt McCoy for the neck?
Yeah, dog, straight up.
Interesting.
What year is it that we're talking about Mike Glennon and Colt McCoy starting quarterback?
255 and 2 touchdowns with the Jaguars, bro.
The Jaguars got weapons, man, and a good running back.
Yeah, they have a good running back. I don't know about the weapons,
do anything
man.
with it, so.
They got some good weapons.
Give me Jaguars, though, plus 10. 10 points is too much, man. I have no faith in Kirk Cousins. You guys all know that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I also, I'm a big Jags guy. Look, Dalvin Cook's probably going to have 30 carries in this game. He's probably going to go for $180, 2 touchdowns.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 10. I am going to take the over. Minnesota games at home this year, every single home game for Minnesota has hit the over. So I'm going to take the over. Kyle Rudolph is somebody you want to look out for in fantasy football. So the Vikings have given up the most touchdowns to tight ends of any other team. There's 2 other teams tied with them, but they've given up the most touchdowns to tight ends this year, and that's 9 touchdowns to tight ends this year. Justin,
the Vikings or the Jaguars?
The Jaguars.
The Jaguars have. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Jaguars.
Irv Smith is out for the Vikings.
Yeah, so Kyle Rudolph is definitely somebody you guys want to plug into your lineups. Justin Jefferson has more than 17.5 fantasy points in back-to-back weeks, so he's definitely somebody you want to plug into your lineups. But I am going to take Jacksonville plus 10 and the over in this game.
The Vikings defense is allowing the second most touchdowns to quarterbacks, and Mike Glennon, it wasn't 255 last week, it was 235. So, I mean, if you're struggling for quarterback, the Beard, you can maybe start Mike Glennon.
No, I'm sorry.
Marinovich ain't dead. Who said Marinovich is dead? MGM or M626? He ain't dead, man. He's still alive. According to Wikipedia, he's still alive.
We'll see. We will see what Mike Glennon does today.
Yeah, we will.
They got weapons. They got Chenault. They got Shark. They got Keenan Cole.
Come on, man. I'm going to need you to stop saying that. Your weapons, man. When the war goes down, these weapons are not going to win the war that you're talking about, bro. Straight up. These Jacksonville Jaguar weapons.
We going to see Colin Johnson, the other rookie wide receiver, caught a nice 40-plus yard touchdown pass last week.
I like that.
We gonna see.
Chenault's got 1 touchdown in the year, man.
All year long.
Yeah, I know he been hampered. But listen,
he's been hampered.
I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, the
Scotty's face.
the possibilities. He lines up all over the place.
8 targets the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, he had -1 yards. So maybe you don't start this.
I mean, what you expect? You got Jake Luton and Mike Glennon throwing
they
a rock.
scored 25 points,
don't lump Mike Glennon in that.
Right. He misses Gardner Minshew is what I'm saying. All right, Las Vegas Raiders are 6-5. They are a 7.5 point favorite against the. I didn't even put the Jets record in because we already know that they haven't won a game. The over under is 46.5. Kickoff is at 1:00 p.m. Scotty Booms, tell me what you got.
Every week, we always, especially me and Awthentik, kind of always battle with these Jets because they have looked incrementally better every week, but never to the point that you're like, man, 7 points? That seems like, I don't know about that. 7.5, though. Give me the Raiders. They've been somewhat formulaic this year. Last week was an aberration. They got blown out by the Falcons. I think Gruden had a tough week of practice. He said, we're not doing that again. We're going to come out here and destroy the Jets. I think Raiders are going to do to the Jets what the Falcons to the Raiders last week. So 7.5, it's a decent amount of points for not a good team, but I'm going to take the Raiders minus 7.5. Over, under 46. Give me under, because, I don't think the Jets going to score that much.
I'm with you on that under. You see Lucas says if you're starting Glennon, your season is over. I don't know, bro. Who the two quarterbacks you got going today, Tim? Taysom Hill or
Derek Carr?
Derek Carr. Who
I might take Glennon over Taysom Hill.
I would take Glennon over Taysom Hill, but Derek Carr would definitely be tough. Darren Waller is going to be the person I think to highlight in this game here. He's coming off a disappointing game against the Falcons. And the thing I think about the Falcons here is that interim head coach over there might be doing some things with that offense, and they might be turning things around a little bit. We know they got weapons over there. We saw it in like the first 4 to 5 games. I mean, those dudes were putting up so many points on the board and still not managing to win. This week, Darren Waller has another great matchup against another bum squad, quote unquote, against the Jets here. So I definitely think he's a play in this one. Derek Carr, I don't know, man. You might want to wait for Derek Carr to have that bounce back game, the Beard.
I don't have a choice, man. This is it.
Before you start him here, and you might want to look towards Mike Glennon, who's probably available in about 90% of leagues here. But 8 points for the Raiders. I'll take that, and I'll take the under as well. What's the under? 46.5? Yeah, I'll take the under. I don't think we'll get there. I think the Raiders will be leading this game going into about the third, fourth quarter, and they'll rely on their running game to close out.
Josh Jacobs is out, or is he playing?
Josh Jacobs is out.
Yep, officially ruled out. Josh Jacobs, yep. So Devontae Booker is going to be getting most of the carries over there.
Yeah.
I think, Raiders are going to do it, man. Watch out. John Gruden's old school. He doesn't like getting blown out like they did last week. He made sure his boys are going to be ready today.
That's why I'm worried about Washington as well, with the Steelers coming off, that tight game that shouldn't have been like that. Tomlin's over there chewing them out, and John Gruden as well. Two old school style coaches. They're probably running a lot of laps in Las Vegas and Pittsburgh.
All right, I'm gonna obviously take the Raiders here. I'm gonna take the Raiders minus 7.5. I'm gonna take the over. I think this is gonna be an interesting game fantasy wise, though. Booker is going to get a lot of love, obviously, fantasy-wise, because no Josh Jacobs. And Booker has played well every time he's gotten in the game. He's a good running back. So definitely ride some Booker, ride some Waller. Sam Darnold, 0 touchdown passes in his last 4 starts. So I don't know. Sam Darnold, there's nobody else on. There's nobody on the Jets team that I would play in fantasy football except for Mr. Frank Gore. Gore had his best game of the year last year. I want to say it was like 75 yards, 77 yards. And the Raiders are giving up 113.4 rushing yards a game.
Did you say last year?
What? Last year what?
You said Frank Gore had his best game.
Last week.
Last week. Okay, so last year. I'm
last
like,
week.
Another year for Frank Gore, cuz wow.
Last week, I think it was like 77 yards or something like that. But yeah, the Raiders are giving up 113.4 yards a game rushing, and they are the 4th worst team against fantasy running backs. Frank Gore has also caught multiple passes in 3 of the last 4 games, which adds up to points in PPR. So Frank Gore, a sneaky play this week. Just going to throw that out there.
Sneaky play. You got to throw that in there. Like, there's better options than Frank Gore.
There are, but I'm just saying. I like to give. Listen, if you're playing daily fantasy football, you want to have the guys that nobody else has. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want because you got to be able to separate yourself. So
don't get too cute, man. We don't need no Mike McCarthy out here where you're getting too cute.
I'm not trying to do I'm not going for it on 4th down on my own 25 or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Fake punt.
Frank Gore is a sneaky pick. That's all.
Stephen Lilly, I do not think the Jets will play in a Super Bowl in 4 years.
I don't think they'll play in a Super Bowl.
4 years?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, they'd have to have an incredible rebuild. I mean, we know they're going to get their quarterback this year for sure.
Next game on a slate. Speaking of Mr. Taysom Hill, the New Orleans Saints are 9-2. They are 3-point favorites at the Atlanta Falcons, who are 4-7. The over-under is 46. This game kicks off at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Scotty Booms, tell me what you got.
You added an extra Y, and there's New Orleans Saints. Taysom Hill, I've come to the conclusion, he's a glorified Tim Tebow. He can throw a little bit. He's not super accurate. He's mostly known for running the football. He doesn't really fumble. He moves the chains. He's not dynamic. But that's what I've come to the conclusion. He's Tim Tebow, slightly bit better. With that being said, since Raheem Morris has taken over for the Falcons, this team is good. They destroyed the Raiders last week. I believe they're like 4-1 since he's taken over as head coach. Definitely give me the Falcons at +3. Under 46, though. The Saints seem to hold Matt Ryan down. When he plays against them, he really does struggle. But at the same time, I just don't think that Taysom Hill is going to give him enough points. So I think the Falcons are going to outright win this game. But if you're going to give me +3, I'll take +3.
I like that, man, especially with Drew Brees out of the lineup. I think that's a possibility. But I'm going to go opposite here, man. Give me the under. I feel like the Saints will be able to run the ball effective in this game behind Taysom Hill at quarterback as well. I like Michael Thomas, obviously, in this game, but I think a better matchup here is Jared Cook against this Falcons defense. Falcons defense has struggled all year long. So give me the Saints in this game. And we'll cover that, but I don't think we'll get to the 46.
Is that real? Doyle Brunson? Daniel Jones game time decision? Has that been?
He's not. I don't think he's gonna play.
Yeah, I mean that might just be. Entertainer was talking about this a lot too, saying like learning from Bill Belichick and throwing some smoke and mirrors into the injury report to have teams still scheming for the starting quarterback when in reality it might be Colt McCoy. I'm leaning more towards Colt McCoy, especially because of the promotion from the practice squad quarterback into the lineup. I think we're going to see Colt McCoy today, but we'll see, man. Them emojis make you think otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Make you think like, alert. Daniel Jones is getting a start. I would love to see it, Doyle. I would love to see it.
All right, quick
10-2,
question.
baby, 10-2.
This should be an easy one. Justin Jefferson or Myles Gaskin, full PPR must win. Give me Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Yes. Unless there's another Jefferson that's not Justin Jefferson that we don't know about. I think unanimously.
Lack says they got to sit one. Booker, Gaskin, Sanders, Eckler. If I had to sit one, I'd sit Miles Sanders.
I wouldn't. I'm going to sit Myles Gaskin.
I'm going to go Devontae Booker. Gaskin should get the carries over there this week with Ahmed out. So I like Gaskin as a play just for this week. Miles Sanders, you don't know if Peterson's going to give him the ball, but I've heard some things about relinquishing play calling duties over there. So hopefully we got somebody with a little bit more brains up top calling the plays.
Yeah, Mr. Deuce Staley, right?
Is it Deuce getting this call on the plays? That's dope.
I think so.
That was the man right there. He played a lot of years in the NFL.
Yeah, he did. So Antonio Gibson, Kareem Hunt, Kenyon Drake, Jonathan Taylor, play 2, sit 2. I'm going to play Gibson and Jonathan Taylor.
Me as well. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's playing a bad defense in Tennessee. Gibson's been a scoring machine. 8 touchdowns his last 5 weeks. Give me those 2.
I'll take Antonio Gibson and Kareem Hunt. I'm high on Kareem Hunt this year.
Anybody but Kenyon Drake is what we're saying.
Facts.
He's a bum.
Drake.
Oh, man. All right. So I'm going to take the Saints to cover. The Saints, I think, have covered how many games in a row? They've covered 4 straight games. So I'm going to take the Saints to cover. In this game, fantasy-wise, I'm not really playing anybody. Kamara has had a couple of bad weeks since Taysom Hill has come in and played quarterback.
Yep.
A lot of people think that this is an opportunity for Taysom Hill to kind of like have that passing game.
Kamara has struggled in the passing game too. He only caught 1 or 3 targets in 2 games since Taysom Hill's been in the lineup, which that's been tough.
It's tough for me to like run high on Alvin Kamara, and I know that's killing a lot of people in like season-long fantasy who rely on Alvin Kamara to be like their stud guy.
Facts.
So that's tough right now.
What do y'all think about Julio Jones coming back? Would you put him in the lineup or would you wait?
I mean, he's a must-start guy, I think, if you don't have a top-tier option behind him. But at the same time, we just talked about it. Matt Ryan, he struggles versus the Saints. They got his number.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's the Saints defense has been playing really well lately. And I mean, but if you have Julio Jones, more than likely you're playing Julio Jones because you drafted Julio Jones fairly high. I'm sure he's probably one of your top wide receivers.
Facts.
So like you're in a tough
And then
situation.
Calvin Ridley didn't have a great game with him out of the lineup last week either. I mean, 6 catches for 50 yards. Did get a touchdown. You would think it'd be a bit of higher volume with Julio Jones out of the lineup. With him back in the lineup now, both those wide receivers to me are sketchy to play this week.
What's up, Low Key? Are you related to Kevin Key? You guys got
Hey, what's up, Low Key? How you living? Low Key is the one who actually sent me the rabbits who did the play at Glenn.
Yo, that is like my mind has been blown. It's
I showed
in
it
my
to the beard
song
before
right
the
now.
show, man, and yo, he was dying, bro. I was telling Low Key and the Beard, like, it's a little eerie hearing that song now. You know, it was like a kid show that came to our elementary school back in the day with these puppets talking about, like, stay away from, like, high voltage stuff. Really ridiculous, man. But salute to you for finding that, bro. That you went digging for that. I went digging for that, and I could not find it. Got down a rabbit hole, pun intended, like on some whole other stuff, and still didn't find it. He sent me the whole soundtrack, bro, like 8 tracks from the puppets, man. It was pretty hilarious.
I'm glad he did that because I definitely was thinking when we couldn't find any evidence, I was like, this is like a Awthentik and The Beard drug-induced memory that never really happened for like 15
I
years
know, right?
ago. It's like stuck up there, but now we know it's true. It happened.
Straight Donnie Darko vibes, bro.
Right.
The puppet is scary. It's scary.
That's what I thought of when I saw it.
Terry McLaurin will play. He's Terry McLaurin. He is our team. He is playing.
He's the Black Ranger. He cannot be out of the lineup.
Go Power Rangers.
You Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Hey, but why they had the Black Ranger breakdancing and doing all that wild
They
stuff,
all
bro?
did a little
What do you mean?
breakdancing though.
Nah, no, they didn't. The Black Ranger was a breakdancer. The Red Ranger was an Indian dude. It was some dude.
Asian,
the Yellow
Asian,
Ranger
yellow.
was Asian,
Yeah,
bro.
it was
Are
pretty.
you trying to defend the undertones of Power
It
Rangers?
was the
I am
80s
not.
and 90s. It was a
The
different
older
time.
dude who was a goon was the Green Ranger. Remember that?
Remember the putty?
Yeah, the buddy.
They used to
One of
whoop
them got arrested for murder. I think a couple of
The
them got
Green
arrested
Ranger.
for
The
murder.
Green Ranger, bro.
couple of them got, nah, not a couple, but the Yellow Ranger, she died in a car accident.
See, Tim just lumps them all in one. He's like, they were all breakdancing. They was all getting arrested. They were getting arrested breakdancing.
All the black kids were
Doing
like, wait a
dope.
minute, why is only the Black Ranger that's breakdancing?
Like hip hop music would come on.
Cereal in the morning, like, what the hell's going on here?
Hell is going on here on this show, yo.
All right, next game on the slate. It's the battle of the running backs. Cleveland Browns 8-3 at the Tennessee Titans, also 8-3. The Titans are 5-point favorites. The over/under is a whopping 53. Scotty Booms, tell me what you got. Tell me what you got.
I haven't given you guys any fantasy people today for real, but Nick Chubb is one of the guys I would suggest highly to start. He's averaging like 130 rush yards per game since he's back from injury. Tennessee Titans, we've known them as being a good defensive team. Historically, they are not a good defensive team at all this year. They're actually pretty bad. They're 28th, 29th in the league as far as points and yards allowed. Myles Garrett's coming back for Cleveland. No Taylor Lewan at left tackle for the Titans. So Garrett's going to, go ahead and get after Tannehill a lot. That's going to slow Tennessee down. 4.5 points. If it was 3, I'd probably go Tennessee, but 4.5, give me Cleveland plus 4.5. What's the over-under?
53.
That's a lot. I'm gonna go under
Yeah,
under
it is.
50 in a running football game. Give me under 53.
Yeah, I'm with you, Scotty. I'm going to go under 53 here. I think the Titans will cover that 5.5. And I feel like the Browns are going to be playing from behind. I just feel like they're going to have to throw the ball a lot in this game to actually win this game. And Baker Mayfield's formula, has been to just hand the ball off to Chubb and to Kareem Hunt. So I like Jarvis Landry in this game, man. I talked about it early on when somebody asked that question. He caught 8 of 11 targets for 143 yards and a touchdown. You got no Odell Beckham over there for a couple weeks, and I feel like Jarvis Landry has been seeing a lot more targets. So give me Jarvis Landry in this game, who I had on my fantasy last year, and he was wholly a dud, so I didn't go after him this year. But, I do like the Titans in this game.
This is the -5. It just gives me so much leeway to take Cleveland. I just think that this is going to be, I think it's going to be a close game in that aspect. So I'm going to take Cleveland plus 5. My big bold statement is there's going to be over 400 yards of total rushing offense combined in this game.
400 combined?
Yeah.
Like evenly split, or you think one team's going to dominate? Whichever team gets 300 is going to be the winner, right? Other person.
I think you're going to get close to an even split here. I mean, this is going to be like old. I feel like this is going to be old school football.
No way.
Like it's going to just
man.
be.
No way. Henry stiff arms people. He stiff arms D'Angelo Hall. No way he going to stiff arm. If he stiff arms Myles Garrett, he's not getting that arm back.
Hey, he might stiff arm the little young and Denzel Ward though.
Oh yeah, that little guy.
Not a big body.
Right, the little corners for sure. I don't know about Myles Garrett though.
And I'll tell you what's crazy is I know that over is high, but I'm going to take the over.
Why?
In Tennessee Titans' last 10 games, the over has hit 9 out of those 10 games.
That's
I
interesting.
want to know how many of them was this high.
Right,
That is a good point.
53 is up there, bro.
It is. So, we're really watching Nick Chubb and we're watching Derrick Henry. I got a crazy lineup. I'm not going to lie. I got Ryan. I'm running a stack. Ryan Tannehill, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, AJ Brown stack.
So you need over 52 points.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes, but it's going to be a fairly interesting game. I mean, you're seeing two of the best. Somebody said Ward is out. Yeah, you're seeing two of the best running backs in the game here, so it'll be interesting. And no Jonnu Smith, I believe, for the Tennessee Titans, which is a huge,
officially ruled out.
He's officially ruled out. So that's a huge deal. But if you're looking for a sleeper tight end, what's the dude's name? Fisker, I believe it's Fisker, the tight end for Tennessee Titans.
Fisker? What's his name?
Fisker. Like Whisker with an F. Okay. Fisker. Slip him in your lineup. He might be a sneaky play. I love how I'm going to be glued in fantasy in the 1 o'clock games because all the NFC East games are at 4 o'clock and Monday and Tuesday. So 1 o'clock is for fantasy. I'm excited. All right. It's Awthentic's New England Patriots, who are 5-6, at the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 3-8.
New England Patriots.
The Chargers are 1.5 point
do own them as well.
The over/under is 47. Authentic, do you still think the New England Patriots are making the playoffs?
I do, man. I think that the Patriots are going to be able to make their run. I didn't take any notes on this game, but look, the Chargers going to keep this game close for sure. You know, Herbert's been balling out. I like Eckler back in the lineup. But Cam Newton, I think, has a really good matchup here, man. Cam Newton is coming off of like a almost 400-yard passing game. And the week before that, he only had like 85 yards passing. So I know he's hit or miss. But I do like Cam Newton just for his potential of running in touchdowns as well. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Patriots in this game so that their playoff hopes can still stay alive here. I'll take the over because the Chargers have definitely been balling out. Let's see. So the Chargers are favored by 1.5.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm seeing? That's kind of scary. I mean, they only have 3 wins on the year, and they know how to blow games for sure. So, yeah, give me the Patriots outright for sure.
I mean, the last sentence Authentic just said is really what my pick is based on. I do see the Chargers coming out and being able to score against the Patriots. We all know Belichick's track record against rookie quarterbacks. I don't know if he's like undefeated, but it's something phenomenal where he just doesn't let them beat him. But at the same time, nobody is better at losing football games in the NFL other than maybe the Atlanta Falcons. Then the LA Chargers, they lose football. They're good at it. So they could have the lead for the first 44 minutes of this football game and then lose in the last couple minutes. So I'm going to take the Patriots plus 1.5. 47. Let's go over that, man. Just because Herbert, that dude throws for 400 yards every time. He's going to put some points up.
Yeah, I feel you, which that might keep it close, man. Like, you know they're going to put up 20-something points in this game.
I'm facing Herbert in my must-win season-long fantasy, which is killing me right now inside. Because
you need Authentic's Patriots to win for you, huh?
Yeah, but
he needs Authentic's fantasy formula. That's what he needs. That juice. I got that special secret stuff.
I'm gonna take the Chargers minus 1.5. I'm also gonna take the over. I'm scared because the Chargers I believe, 1-3 they haven't covered the spread in 5 straight games. So that's kind of difficult, but maybe they snap the streak here. But also, Hunter Henry, tight end, has been a top 5 fantasy tight end in 4 straight weeks. So I definitely would keep my eye on Hunter Henry this week as far as, fantasy play. And obviously, Keenan Allen has just been on fire since Justin Herbert took over as quarterback, which is kind of crazy. So I would definitely look towards them as far as your fantasy plays. Austin Eckler, I mean, he came back and it looked like he didn't miss a beat at all. So I definitely, would keep an eye on Austin Eckler. It's going to be a tough game, though. It's Belichick. You never know.
Chargers going to have to pass the ball a lot to stay in this game, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
What about your boy Cam Akers?
Well,
that's the other game.
Yeah, that's the game I skipped. Yeah, so we're gonna.
I was wondering. I was like, hold up, I think we skipped the game, cuz.
I noticed it. So we're gonna revert back. All right. It is the Los Angeles Rams, 7-4. My sleeper dark horse Super Bowl all around best team in the NFC. Are 2.5 point favorites at the Arizona Cardinals, who are 6-5. The over/under is 48. This game kicks off at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Booms, tell me what you got.
Oh, up in my room, I'm about to straight get lit up on some OG perp up in the J.
Hey, go ahead.
Kyler Murray's shoulder got some issues. Didn't look good against Seattle. Didn't look good against New England. I don't think they're going to sit the guy. It's not like a real injury, but it's clearly messing with him right now. And that's messing with Arizona's offense because as Kyler Murray goes, Arizona goes. Rams 6-0 against the spread versus the Cardinals in the McVay era. So he has something he knows about this team. Give me the Rams -2.5, over 48 though. Cooper Kupp. I mean, any of those LA wide receivers I like, but give me Cooper Kupp today if he's in your lineup. Definitely start this kid.
Man, well, you know, you're talking about McVay over here. They didn't have D-Hop last year, so I think this is going to be a little bit of a different story this year. Cardinals are coming off a tough game, and I feel like all that MVP talk and all that Super Bowl talk people was talking about with them is kind of fizzling out. But I really don't think it's right to be thinking about them like that. I think the Arizona Cardinals are a solid team, and the Rams don't impress me. Too many early wins against the NFC East. Very up and down play from Jared Goff. But I like Robert Woods in this game, man. He's been targeted 27 times in the last 2 games, so I do think that he's a start in this game. Arizona-wise, I'd stay away from Christian Kirk, man. He's boom or bust for sure. 3 catches, 19 yards in his last game there. But I do like the Arizona Cardinals in this game. I think this is a prove-it kind of game for Kyler Murray. Even though he's banged up, I got the Cardinals winning this game. I'm going to take the over, and I got the Cardinals winning this one outright. I think they're going to win this game by about a good 7, maybe 10 points.
Ooh.
My man, authentic. All right. I like it. I like both picks.
Look, I'm high on both of these teams, but I'm going to take the Rams. I'm a little unsure of how healthy Kyler Murray's shoulder really is. Since their bye week, Hopkins has had his worst 4 games of the season. So they've been kind of struggling as far as that aspect goes. For Kyler Murray, you really need him to run the ball to be like a really top-end fantasy quarterback. And then I will say that I'm looking for Cam Akers to break 100 yards this week. Not just because I had to start him in an emergency situation this week.
You know what you said about the 4 games? You know, he's living up to his own standard, though. They're still really good games.
Yeah.
Each game is over 10 yards per catch, 7 catches and a touchdown, 5 catches for 50 twice, back-to-back.
Yeah, but in comparison to the numbers that he was having before.
That's what I'm saying. He's his own standard. You know what I mean? It's like it sounds a lot worse when you say he's coming off his worst 4 games, but it's literally living up to his own standards, which I think makes it kind of tough when you're talking about maybe the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, but if you had to, like, so let's say in daily fantasy, you had to pay up for a wide receiver, you know, like you don't want to spend all that money for somebody who's getting those sort of stats when you have somebody like DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Davonte Adams, you know what I'm saying? Those sort of top tier wide receivers, Tyreek Hill.
For sure. I mean, Tyreek Hill is playing lights out ball. But 7 against a good Buffalo, I'd say an average Buffalo Bills defense. 7 for 127, 18 yards a catch and a touchdown. That's no slouch.
Authentic, who's your number 1 receiver in the NFL?
If I had to pick a guy right now, it'd be Davonte Adams.
Okay.
Yeah, right off the bat.
I'm not mad at that pick at all. Okay.
Yeah.
You said number 2 pretty hard about Hopkins. I was like, who's number 1?
But because I think Hopkins might have the best skill set, but Davonte Adams, the consistency is ridiculous. I mean, he's just always over 100 yards. He's averaging over 100 yards a game receiving this year.
As the only guy for pretty much every year he's been there, you know? So
he's got a great quarterback. We got to give him that, you know. But so does D-Hop. But I would say that Adams probably has a better quarterback.
I think so.
All right. So I'm taking Rams and the over. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. Cam Akers, I need you, buddy. I need Cam Akers to come out. And Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, man, they're cheap on DraftKings, too.
Because you never know which one's going to get it, man. Sometimes they'll have a week where just tight end, like McVay does not let his quarterbacks feature one player.
I wonder how many times the two of them have both had 100-yard games.
It seems like, I'd say not as many as you think, I bet.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's many of those at all.
Yeah. Probably a couple.
So next game on the slate is the Denver Broncos finally have their quarterback. They are 4-7 at the Kansas City Chiefs, who are 10-1. The Chiefs are 13.5-point favorites. The over/under is 51. This game kicks off tonight at 8:20. Authentic, what do you?
I mean, let's keep it simple here.
It's simple. It's simple.
Kansas City Chiefs, man. I'll take the over. 13.5. I'll take that too. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill coming off. I mean, maybe their best games as a duo of the year. Literally got me like 150 fantasy points last week. Tyreek Hill was all over the place. And shout out to your boy PJ, who dropped my boy Mecole Hardman, scooped him up quick. I'm going to throw him in the starting lineup this week. I got nothing but Chiefs in my lineup this week, straight up, man. So, yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs in this game. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, man, is having a quietly really good year. I mean, I think he's right around 700 yards on the year. Banged up a little bit, coming back. I mean, I like him in this game. Love Tyreek Hill. Love Travis Kelce. I love Mecole Hardman. I like Sammy Watkins. Give me the
whole team.
Give me the Chiefs offensive line. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, Chiefs are balling out, man. That's the best team in football. So until further notice, man, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs for sure to cover that all the way.
I'm glad Awthentik had all the numbers because I don't have a bunch of them. I just wrote down Mahomes, enough said. You cannot pick this kid. 51's not enough points. I'm taking the over. The real question, how big do you think Adam Schefter is? And do you guys think you could beat him in a fight? He doesn't look very big to me.
Adam Schefter, I will drop him with a quick 2
You don't know how big he is because he's always around professional athletes. I'm looking at him right now like he might be 6 feet, 200. I think
200?
Maybe.
He's Adam Schefter. He can't be good at fighting. He's very good at his job, though.
He's very good at his job. I'm just saying.
He's my number one guy on Twitter, man. If you're looking for breaking news, that's the guy to follow for sure.
He knows everybody. But yeah, definitely give me Chiefs. 13.5 is a ton of points, but you're dumb right now if you're putting money against Patrick Mahomes on any spread. Chiefs minus 13, over 51. Book it.
Yeah, I'm right there with the fellas. Give me the Chiefs.
You surprised me. I thought you were gonna be like Philip Lindsay's gonna come in and have a.
No. But I am gonna give you somebody sleeper to keep your eye on fantasy-wise for the Denver Broncos.
Kendall Hinton.
No Kendall Hinton. I still won last week with that performance, by the way.
Where's he at? Is he like at Kohl's again, taking like shopping? Like
no, he's back on the practice squad.
Yo,
man.
that was man. I tried to convince you to stay away from that. That's why we need to really start, keeping statistics for this parlay show, because the Beard be saying some wild stuff, but he know his ball. So I'll be like, okay, like I'll let that ride, but I never really have proof at the end because we're not revisiting these picks.
I didn't even think it was going to be that bad. It was bad.
It was awful. With more interceptions than completions.
Yes.
Terrible. And it was one completion the whole game.
Yes.
More interceptions than completions.
Yeah, first time since 98. Yep. So the San Diego Chargers did it in 98.
Salute Kendall Hinton, though, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, he did his best, right?
I saw some tight spirals. He did all right. I thought he was doing okay.
Like, I probably would have done a little bit more, but respect to Kendall Hinton.
I would have went to the coach and been like, man, give me a couple out routes, man. I need some completions. I need that Colt McCoy 6 of 10 for 34 yards.
Open the playbook up, coach, right now. I'm ready to win this football game. Jeez.
Please, man. Please, give me some play action. I need it all. Let me roll out the pocket, throw it on the run, all of that.
Don't hold me back now.
Facts.
But look, KJ Hamler, that's my guy. For the Denver Broncos, rookie wide receiver. He has 26 targets in the last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks before that debacle of a game.
No way he had that many last week.
Yeah, it was 26 targets in the last 3 games leading up to that game last week. So he's quietly stepped into that role that was left empty by Cortland Sutton going down. KJ Hamler, definitely somebody you want to look out for. He's going to be really cheap too. So I would definitely look out for that young man. Him and Jerry Jeudy, they got a bright future over there in Denver if Drew Lock can get it together.
That's the big question is Drew Lock.
The one completion last week was to Noah Fant. So if you looking for somebody catching some passes coming out of last week, maybe go with tight end Noah Fant one time.
All right, we're going to jump into the first Monday night game.
Awthentik, real quick,
second Monday night game.
Why'd you switch up the beanie, Awthentik? Somebody asked.
I switch up the beanie all the time, man. Look,
he's got like 3 or 4 rotations.
Y'all not paying attention, man. Look, we got the Mitchell and Ness vibes right here. Y'all seeing this one, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Gotta get the logo. Mitchell and Ness vibes. I got this joint right here. This the OG right here. This one been
that's
actually
tailgate. This
the tailgate vibe. Yeah. It's another one I just got, the new era one that I just got off Amazon like just a couple weeks back. It's more of a royal blue. And y'all ain't seeing this one yet. This one is another Mitchell and Ness one OG vibe as well. I haven't worn this one that much. And it came with a nice little old school Giants pin logo as well that I actually took off the hat. You might have seen it on the Lumberjack a couple episodes back. I had it on the pocket.
With the hat to match.
With the hat to match.
We all know.
So, Monday night, second Monday night game. Buffalo Bills, 8-3. at the San Francisco 49ers. This game, I believe, is being played in Arizona, though.
Interesting enough.
Oh, yeah, because of the COVID rules
they
and whatnot.
have canceled contact sports in the county of Santa Clara, California. The 49ers are 5-6. They are actually, that can't be right. Is that right? They're 1-point
right.
favorites?
Yeah. And look, you've been down on the 49ers because of all the injuries.
I ain't necessarily been down.
What did I tell you last week about the
couple-
Niners?
Hey, last week or 2 weeks ago, I was telling you about that they could possibly make a run in that division because they were 2 games back. And I know that that's not all that realistic. You were like, they're completely out. Count them out. And I'm just like, man, they're playing decent ball and they're banged up. And their personnel does not jump off the charts, if you ask me. I mean, Brandon Ayuk at wide receiver, they really don't got much more. It kind of reminds me of New York with a bunch of slot wide receivers. They need another big threat. Let go of Pettis. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they got to make a move on a quarterback and a wide receiver in the offseason, I feel like. And I'll take this game first, man. I think this is the hardest game to pick, actually, because the Buffalo Bills have been pretty up and down. That defense is not what they once were. I like saying that right there. But we know Stephon Diggs has been lights out, just crazy. Caught 80 of his 110 targets for 945 yards. He was the leading yards wide receiver with yards coming into last week. I don't think he is anymore. I think somebody breached him. I can't remember who it was. Man, I got to go Buffalo Bills in this game. I got to go Buffalo. So give me Buffalo to win this game outright. And the 47, I think we're going to see. We're not going to get there.
Not going to get there. San Fran, man, I love Kyle Shanahan. The dude gets the most out of his teams. They've had probably the most injury troubles of any team in the NFL this year, and he's doing a lot with them. They won last week. They were a big-time underdog. It was an ugly game, but that's how they got to win. They're getting healthy now. They got Mostert back. They're getting Deebo Samuel back. Awthentik, you said you want another big play receiver. Deebo Samuel's not like a DK Metcalf. He's like a DK Metcalf light, though. That dude's going to have
a
nice
great game last week.
Yeah. Brandon Ayuk's back. Debo's back.
Yeah, last week was 11 catches on 13 targets, 133 yards, no touchdowns. That's a good game.
Buffalo's been
probably had
playing
some
well,
runs, too.
I mean, Buffalo's won 4 or 5, but Josh Allen's got 3 interceptions in his last 2 games. So if they can't protect the football, I think San Fran's going to know what to do with those turnovers. This one's tough.
I know, and you're making me want to change my pick, Scotty.
But I don't even know who I want to pick right now. Just like going over my head and looking at the chat at the same time. You guys making it tough on me. Man, give me Buffalo. I think Buffalo's got a higher ceiling. If they don't play to their potential, San Fran will win this game. But Buffalo, I do think, has more talent than San Francisco. Definitely a quarterback position.
Yeah,
Buffalo, but that's not a confident.
Is Garoppolo done in San Fran, y'all?
Ooh.
I don't think so, just because his contract, it's pretty big, isn't it? I don't know if they can move that.
Yeah, it's big, but I don't know. Maybe, man.
Maybe a trade with Philadelphia Eagles?
Washington.
Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one, man. I can't wait to dive into off-season content because it's a lot of
there's so much
speculating and
don't try to do that over
imaginating.
in Giants. Don't try to do that on Giants channels, man. They're like, stop talking about the draft, bro.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
about
yeah.
to go to the Super Bowl this year.
You could talk about the draft with any other team, but don't talk about the draft with the New York Giants because we got a year to finish out. We got to finish out this year, especially if you're going to be talking quarterback talk. Cut the quarterback talk in New York out, man. We got our quarterback.
They hate it. They do not want to hear about it right now. Washington fans are talking about like 2024 draft. We're like, well, 3 years down the line, there's a really good 8th grader right now.
Right. We have a top 10 pick in 2022.
Tell you what, he's been killing his middle school team. He's going to be a good pro someday.
Oh, man. Look,
Tim, we need your pick, though, in this game.
I'm going Buffalo Bills, and I'm going to take the over. Give you some sneaky picks. Gabriel Davis has been playing better and better week in and week out. He is the rookie wide receiver over there, and he has stepped up since Ross has been out. John Brown has been out with the injury. Diggs, look for Diggs to have a huge game. So San Francisco 49ers against top-tier wide receivers this year are giving up an average of 29 fantasy points a game.
Wait, to wide receivers, you said?
To top-tier wide receivers. So DK Metcalf, Davonte Adams, all the top 5 wide receivers that they've faced this year, they've given up at least 29 points in fantasy.
An average
That's
or
interesting
at least?
because they've only allowed 1,600 receiving yards on the year. It's 6th best against wide receivers.
Yeah,
So
but
they
it's
just can't
those,
cover the top guy, I guess.
But as far as touchdowns goes, they've allowed the 10th most to wide receivers.
Interesting.
It's a massive
Number one
tie at
receiver.
10th that they're saying too here.
That's the way you want to go.
12 touchdowns on the year to wide receivers, and they're allowing 21.7 points per week to the position.
What's up, David? Shouts out from across the pond.
What up, David? I don't know, man. This is a tough matchup for Diggs. This is a 4:00 game. I definitely got to keep my eyes on.
It's Monday night.
Oh, this Monday night. Monday night, yeah. Good, because Giants are going to be at 4, so I wouldn't have to dual watch. But I'm going to keep my eyes on this game. This toughest game of the week, I think to pick, man, is this Bills-49ers game.
It's a tough one. I think between that and the Rams and Cardinals game, I think is a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one too, definitely.
So there's some good games this week.
Anybody starting Nick Mullins? No?
No.
Nick Mullins.
I'll pass on the Mullins start.
Pass on the
Mullins.
Mullins?
I mean, I might, because it'll be showdown in
The weapons are
DraftKings.
back.
So
The weapons are back, too. I mean, Nick Mullins throws the football. I got to respect that, right?
Yeah.
He goes
Definitely
out
got
on
a little
his
bit of an
G.
arm.
Definitely.
it is the time of the show where we go into all the NFC East matchups for today,
Appreciate
tomorrow,
the love on the tracks, Bluegrass. Appreciate
and
it.
Tuesday.
Yeah, this is a great one right here.
Smooth vibes.
Don't forget, Awthentik and The Beard is live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m.
This is when you
Eastern
link
Standard
up.
Time.
Link up with a Tinder joint who's like 54, 55, a little bit older. You got to put some classy beats on. This is what you kind of lay to him right there. You don't want to go
I was thinking about dropping some beats for
Real
Christmas,
beats.
man. I got a couple in the stash with some Christmas samples and Christmas vibes, like 3 or 4 of them. So you might see a little Christmas
I'm thinking
soundtrack.
about putting some lights back here on my stage. I got
Hey,
some
Joe, there was a dude who popped in on Entertainers Roundtable yesterday. Yo, it was like he was in the club, yo. He had like 6 color LED lights behind him, and he had the mic, he had everything. And Tanner was like, "So you got a YouTube channel?" He was like, "Nah, man, I just be gaming, just setting the vibe for the games." And I respect that, man, because I'm a gamer too.
Does he Twitch? Or he doesn't do anything recording. He just does it for his own vibe.
He didn't say if he didn't plug any Twitch channels. So I don't know.
No,
Maybe it's just
it's all about your vibes where you live. You got to make yourself feel comfortable with whatever you're doing at home. So
facts. That's major facts.
Man, talk about Christmas music. My sister, she's the only person I know that can play the same Christmas song in the Latin version and the country music version.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, yesterday I was at my mom's house and my sister was, my mom got a new kitchen. So my sister in there doing things in the new kitchen, and all I hear is just this just crazy playlist of Christmas music. And it's like back and forth from like Feliz Navidad to like Tim McGraw. I'm just like, what is going on right now? You are killing me. I'm like the two, why don't my sister, man, y'all don't even know.
Yeah, I was talking with, I definitely know. I was talking with some homies about like listening to the same songs, man. And like, I don't do that no more. Like I used to do that like in my golden age hip hop days. I would like listen to the same Jay-Z and the same Nas, and I can't do that no more. Like I need new vibes. I need new music. I need new movies. I need all that. I can't repeat the same old shows and binge watch the same stuff. I just can't do it.
How's it going though? Are you able to find new content authentic? Because I'm getting to that same vibe now where I play our old classics and I'm like, I think I need something new. Like, I don't want to feel like the old guy, like, y'all don't really know music till you hear this Jay-Z. Let me put this on for you real quick.
Yeah, let me put on this Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
I love Jay-Z, but I've been having, great success finding new music. Movies during COVID has definitely been an issue. I watched this one documentary yesterday about this dude, Bob Lazar, I think his name was. It was on like some Area 51 stuff that was pretty decent. I passed out towards the end there because it was dumb late, but music-wise, yeah, I've been finding a ton of new music. There's a lot of independent local artists. There's commercial artists dropping music, and hip-hop, I mean, there's someone dropping new stuff. And, dude, the Grammy nominations for rap album this year are spot on, man.
Yeah,
Freddie Gibbs,
that was
Royce
awesome.
the 5'9". Nas's King's Disease album is a straight, I've been saying it since it dropped, straight classic. What's the one joint? 10 Points. That record is, he says some great life advice on that song, man. So definitely check out that new Nas. It's a great album.
And the Freddie Gibbs and Royce, though, like the fact they're getting nominations, that really, because, I mean, Royce, the kind of cat you thought he would just retire and never get that really like frontline recognition, but he's one of the best of our generation. It's about
and I wouldn't think he would retire, but you're right about the recognition. Because Royce is already up there in age, and he revitalized his career with the Bar Exam series, probably when he was in his 30s, dropping some of the best lyrical content I've ever heard on this planet. In comparison to his stuff too, man, Royce is just ridiculous, man. So it's good to see him get the nod with the Allegory, which was a fantastic album as well.
And if you guys didn't know, Bluegrass Picker, man, if he has a YouTube channel and he does like reselling videos, but he also be doing he plays the guitar. And so,
word.
like, yeah, so Anthony over at Bluegrass Picker, make sure you guys sub to him because he be killing some covers on the guitar. It's kind of
Does he
crazy.
play bluegrass? What kind of music does he play?
Everything.
Oh, that's
Really?
what's up. I definitely got to
Yeah.
check him out, yo.
Oh, yeah.
And Shazad said, Awthentik, are you a good gamer? I watch Zahir and Tommy, a.k.a. the Potato Squad over on Twitch.
I wouldn't call myself a good man. Maybe I would say a good gamer, not a great gamer. I play a little bit of Apex Legends and a little bit of NBA 2K. I'm pretty average. I'm not a great gamer for sure.
Shazad, I respect you, bro, putting that Q period before all your real questions because it lets us know to immediately look towards your question like, oh, it's a question here.
Yeah, that's a good look right there. That's definitely a good look.
All right, NFC East football. Philadelphia Eagles 3-7-1 at the Green Bay Packers 8-3. The Packers are 8-point favorites. The over/under is 49. Kickoff is at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Booms, what you got?
Carson Wentz, 46 sacks, 15 interceptions. Jair Alexander, one of the best cover corners in football. Aaron Rodgers, 15-6 against the spread at home when kickoff temperature is below freezing. It's supposed to be below freezing at kickoff. I'm not going to say anything else about the Eagles. I don't even want to talk about them. I'm a jilted lover right now with these cats. I don't even want to talk about them. Give me the Packers -9 and give me the under on 49.
This one of them Christmas beat vibes right here. This the one you play by the fireplace, Scotty, with that OG you was talking about, that
Turtleneck
cougar.
sweater.
Yeah. Baby, you want some what is it called when you put the marshmallow on the Hershey?
S'mores.
You want some s'mores, baby? Right. Definitely give me the Packers in this game. I'll take the over, and I think that they'll cover that 9 points, or it's 8 points now. Aaron Rodgers, man, just balling out, man. 5 games in November. He's completed 72% of his passes with 16 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I think he's going to just blow the wings off of these Eagles today. I'd stay away from the running back, Aaron Jones. I don't know. I just don't feel like he's going to get a lot of touches today. I just see Aaron Rodgers lighting up the scoreboard. So, yeah, give me the Packers. Negative, what is that? 8?
Yeah.
8 now? Yeah. They'll cover that for sure. I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yep. Green Bay Packers -8. I'll take the over. Philly manages to score points at the end of games that mean nothing. And Doug Peterson always goes for it on 4th down and 2-point conversions. So, I mean, maybe that helps with the point total.
I am interested in seeing how they call the plays today, though, man, because Peterson has been, he's been out of whack.
You got to run the football because the Packers, I mean, their one weakness is run defense. And you've got running backs. Watch Miles Sanders, Boston Scott combine for like 6 carries today. Watch.
Fantasy question: Wayne Train or Todd Gurley? Rapid fire.
I have this situation on my team right now, actually. That's kind of crazy. I got Wayne Train.
Yeah.
I got Wayne in the lineup for sure.
Ooh! Don't put this man up there. Abdullah spamming us out.
Come on, Spam. We don't do that here. Moderators, take care of him right now. Get him out of here.
The Beard, put him on the
They can't see it. I only think we can see it.
Oh, man, our moderators need that Facebook access. We might have everybody logging in on StreamYard one time.
All right, next NFC East game. Washington football team 4-7 at the Pittsburgh Steelers 11-0. Steelers are 6.5-point favorites. The over/under is 43.5. Kickoff is at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday. Awthentik, what you got?
Man, this is a game that kind of feels like it could be a trap game for the Steelers. I'm going to keep it 100. You saw them struggle last week. All this COVID stuff with them, man. You know, traveling is definitely a problem. I mean, I'm glad this game is in Pittsburgh for them and for my New York Giants' sake. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger's been playing well, man. 6 games over 250 passing yards this year. 10 games with over 30 passing attempts, which is kind of strange. It kind of shows you that James Conner, with the injury over there, hasn't been able to run the rock as consistently or as as much as he would like to. But give me the Steelers in this game. Is it still 7?
6.5.
Why they be changing it last minute like that, man? That 6.5 is kind of crazy, man, because
7,
Pittsburgh could just sneak out.
7, you want Washington. 6.5, you probably want to take Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Pittsburgh in this game. Give me the over as well, man. I think Pittsburgh will cover. I like the way Ben Roethlisberger's playing, and I just stuck Eric Ebron in my lineup this week. It was a tough decision with Evan Ingram on my bench, but I like Eric Ebron. He had a good game last week.
He did.
And I had him on the bench, which kind of scared me. So I want to see what he can do this week. I kind of got a throwaway game here in fantasy-wise, coming off this 8 straight. Chase Claypool's been hit or miss this year too, man, but I would plug him in your lineup. Juju's coming alive, man. He's coming alive, and he's getting the targets as well, too. He's got 378 yards and 3 touchdowns. since week 6, which is pretty good. So I like Juju in this game as well. But yeah, I like Pittsburgh, and I'm hoping Pittsburgh. I don't want to see Washington sneak away. That's the one team in the NFC East I think could get the win this week outside of my Giants.
Sounds a little bit worried.
Oh yeah, I've been talking about it, Scotty. You know, I'm worried about y'all.
Watch out for us. 7 points, man. I'm so bummed right now because 7 points. I felt great about coming on here and telling you guys why to take Washington at +7. I cannot offer that same advice at +6.5. I think this is a game that Washington will lose to Pittsburgh. 7 points sounded good. I could see it being like a touchdown type game, but only 6.5. That's not enough for me. Pittsburgh, they're overrated, undefeated. They're not the best team in football, I wouldn't say, but they are 6.5 points better than Washington. So begrudgingly, I'm going to take Pittsburgh at -6.5. No Bud Dupree, though. I mean, Alex Smith's going to stay upright because TJ Watt, we can deal with one at the end.
I hope
we got Morgan Moses is a good tackle. When we got to put that David Sharp kid in there, that's when we struggle. So if we had to deal with Dupree and Watt, I'd be much more worried. But just one of them, I think you can scheme against one good D end. With all that said, still give me Pittsburgh in this game and give me the over 43.5. That's not a lot at all.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep this short and simple. Give me Washington football team +6.5. I think we're going to win. If we don't win, we cover. That's the whole plus to taking the plus.
Which one do you think? Do you think we're going to cover or do you think we're going to win?
I think we're going to win. Therefore, I think we're going to cover. Okay. And, you know, there's some good plays here, fantasy-wise. I think Antonio Gibson's going to have a great game. J.D. McKissic's going to have a good game because Alex Smith's going to have to get rid of the ball quick. It's just a matter, you know, that's what's going to happen. Terry McLaurin, he's on a tear. He's getting like 7 catches every week, 70-plus yards every week. So you got to play McLaurin. On the flip side, I do like Claypool. I think one of those wide receivers is going to have a big play. You already know Washington gives up one big play a week. So I think it's going to be Claypool. You got to watch Claypool, too.
I got a fantasy question for you, Tim.
What's that?
Alex Smith or Mike Glennon?
He's going to tell you Smith.
You see, I knew that was going to stump the Schwab a little bit.
That's
right there.
Tough. I might have to take Mike Glennon. Alex Smith just isn't throwing the ball down the field.
Why are you letting us talk you off your picks, man? You had no love for Mike Glennon in 2 hours ago.
No, but I mean, like,
he never had no love for Alex Smith, though.
Look, Alex Smith is averaging 4.3 yards a attempt. Like,
okay, McLaurin's number 2 in the league in yak. So who cares how long it takes me to catch the ball? Just run 30 yards after.
True that.
Yeah,
but outside of McLaurin,
Alex Smith has 3 touchdowns on the year.
Outside of McLaurin, there's no outside of McLaurin.
Outside of McLaurin, y'all wide receivers are terrible with yak.
It's true. So wait, the Beard, you definitely said Mike Glennon.
Yeah, I'd take Mike Glennon. Fantasy, I'd take Mike Glennon over Alex Smith. What do you want me to say? Against
rascal.
Alex Smith is playing Pittsburgh. Mike Glennon, you know, like, it's a great question, and that's where I would have to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for most of you, this is your favorite time of the episode.
Giants Nation in the building one time.
New York Giants are 4-7, taking on the Seattle Seahawks, who are 8-3. Seattle is a 10.5-point favorite. The over/under is 47.5. Kickoff is at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Awthentik, I'm gonna start with you. Who you got? What you got?
Hey, give me my New York Giants. I said the score was going to be 26-24. Give me the Giants for sure. I like Wayne Gallman and the Wayne train in this game because if he can run the rock, the Giants are going to have a great chance at winning this game. I'm not invested in Colt McCoy at quarterback. I just think that's a little bit sketchy. Hasn't had enough time to really practice with the number ones. I don't think a week is going to be enough for him to really get it together. I'd stay away from Darius Slayton in this game. You know, he's a down-the-field threat, and with Colt McCoy's arm strength, I'm really not liking the matchup there. DK Metcalf, I think James Bradbury is going to be all over him, and I think the Giants defense is going to do fairly well against DK Metcalf today. A lot of Giants fans are invested in this being a low-scoring game. I think we'll be somewhere in the 20s, like I said, 26-24. So, yeah, give me my Giants, and at 26-24,
I put you over.
That will cover, and we will get there.
Hey, the people in the chat said they wanted the air horns.
Oh, y'all want the air horns? Let's see if we can set up some damn air horns real quick.
While he's setting that up, man, give me Giants plus 10.5. A lot of Giants fans Authentic and I talked about this off the show, so it might be off the record, as he likes to say. But a lot of Giants fans are concerned about Daniel Jones' injury. He wasn't really lighting it up when he was in there. He wasn't turning the ball over, and he did drive him down the field, but he wasn't scoring touchdowns for the Giants. I think he has maybe like two passing touchdowns the last 3 weeks. I think Colt McCoy's not going to be as bad of a drop-off as everyone might think. He now gets a full week of practice.
Don't say that. Don't say that. No air horns, Giants fans. No air horns. Can't pull them up quickly. Don't like what I'm hearing from Scotty right now. Look at last week. Both touchdowns were set up by big throws from Daniel Jones. Same thing goes for the game against Philadelphia Eagles. One big one to Sterling Shepard. One big one to Golden Tate. I mean, Evan Ingram got down to the 4-yard line. What do you want to? You want to see Daniel Jones drop back and throw it 15 yards on the 4-yard line?
Can I finish my pick? I'm trying to stay.
No.
Can I finish my pick? Can I finish my pick? I picked you guys. I said I want the Giants at plus 10.5 because I don't think it's going to be that bad. If Colt McCoy throws,
I don't like the drop-off comments, man.
If McCoy has a turnover, Giants are not going to cover that 10.5. But I think he's going to keep it clean. Give me Giants plus 10.5. Give me the.
Take that over.
I'm going under. Going under. I think Russell's going to poop the bed today.
I never liked you.
I knew it. I knew it. You were telling me for years, Authentic. I knew it.
I never liked you from day one, Scotty.
All right, look. Please tell me you got Seahawks winning 60-10.
No, the New York Giants have covered the spread in 8 of their 9 last road games. That 10.5 has me a little, you know. If it was 10, I might take Seattle, but I'm I'm gonna take the Giants plus 10.5.
Scotty looked like he heard the police just knocked at his door.
There might be something in the house right now.
Wouldn't that be the wildest podcast ever if like somebody was getting robbed on air? Like, this guy gets dragged away. Then you see the mic get stolen.
It ain't be the dog. The dog will come take me out of here by my neck. That's how you
Some goon with a Scully with the eyes cut out.
Moco.
Yeah. Give me the Giants plus 10.5, and I'm going to take the under also. Sterling Shepard. I saw Mark ask something about Sterling Shepard. I am slipping Sterling Shepard into some of my fantasy lineups, and I just got a notification. I guess somebody's watching the podcast because they just added Colin Johnson from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, yeah.
So
stealing your advice.
We shall see. But yeah, this is gonna be an intriguing matchup.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that one. And my expectations are not that high. So
yeah,
I'm really just gonna be spotting, scouting this game, seeing what Colt McCoy can do. Maybe Colt McCoy is bidding for a job later on as a backup quarterback.
And the last game that we're gonna look at, we have 2 minutes left, is going to be the Dallas Cowboys, who are 3-8 at the Baltimore Ravens, who are 6-5. The Ravens are 8-point favorites. The over-under is 45. We're going to give you a little bit because we will be previewing this matchup on our Tuesday show. So if you haven't heard...
Oh, that's why I didn't have this game. Yeah.
If you haven't heard, we are live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. here on the YouTubes, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, all of the above. All right. Anything you want to touch on in this game? Quick for the people.
The Hub's in here right now. I don't know if you guys peeped him.
I put him up on the screen.
What's up, Hub? How you living,
Somebody,
bro?
I guess, called Authentic thing a Scully, and the Hub said he hadn't heard that term in a while. And I really have not heard that term in probably over a decade.
Oh, like Scully? Y'all just ain't gooned out enough.
You know some people. See, I don't know those people.
I mean, I live
in
in Washington, D.C., and the murder rate here has gone up this year. We actually had somebody else get killed. A 15-month-old baby got killed just recently, man. So yeah, out here it's pretty crazy, man. Southeast DC is running wild out here, man. So yeah, the Scully, you hear about that a lot. If you follow the DC police Twitter, my God, it's ridiculous what comes on that scanner.
And Juan Glover did a little video about that 1-year-old baby getting killed. And you know, when he talks up, you got to listen with that voice. I mean, voice of DC go-go music.
Facts, man. Shout out to Big G one time, and shout out to Wire. His performance on the Wire was amazing, man.
He's like, hey, man, we got to tighten it up. You're like, okay, we got to listen to what he's got to say right now.
We do, man. I mean, whatever's inspiring these young boys out here, man, it's not positive, man. And we're seeing a lot of killings in the youth right now. A lot of homicides in D.C., man. D.C. got to clean that up, man. It's getting real ugly. You walk right across the line, and everything is nice and gravy.
Yeah, the only worst city within 50 miles of D.C. is the team we're talking about right now, the Baltimore Ravens. That's
Facts.
A dumpster fire of a city. I'm going to take them at minus 7.5. You cannot pick the Cowboys. I'm assuming Lamar Jackson's back. If it's going to be, who's the other guy? McSorley?
McSorley. Let me get two McDoubles with no pickles and a McSorley.
Let me get a McSorley. Hold the lettuce. Hold the lettuce. McSorley plays. Throw this one out the window. But if Lamar Jackson plays, I'm taking the Ravens -7.5. They've been somewhat held down this year on offense, but the Cowboys don't have near enough on defense to contain that Ravens run game. So give me the Ravens.
Yeah, man, I got to go with you on this one, man. I think the Ravens are going to have a better game this week. And they need Lamar Jackson in the lineup, man. I mean, it's just unfair that COVID is knocking these players out. I don't want to see McSorley in this game for sure, man. And I need the Dallas Cowboys to lose this game. I feel like Dallas Cowboys are out of the playoff mix as far as winning the division goes, because I just think quarterback play is a major issue over there. Hey, shout out my man Kevin to PRF one time, who said he's representing Columbia Heights one time in the building. I did a lot of stomping in Columbia Heights from about 2003 to probably 2010 when we were doing a lot of stuff with the Fifth and Javier Reyes from Animals as Leaders, man. That was good times over there in Columbia Heights, but definitely a rough city.
We were living right there in Petworth too. So, man, that was like 2010, 2011 right there.
Yeah, man, that was our entry to DC, I feel like, coming out here one time. But yeah, give me the Ravens in this game. What's the spread here and what's the over-under?
The spread was 8. And the over-under was 45.
Yeah, I think the Ravens can cover the 8, and I'll take the under. I think it'll be an ugly game. Ravens are coming off of a pretty ugly game with Pittsburgh. Not a lot of high scoring in that one. I'd look for them to get in the 20s, but the Cowboys to be somewhere 6, maybe 10 points.
Give me the over. Give me Baltimore. And you want the details, tune in Tuesday, 7 o'clock p.m.
Facts. That game wasn't even in my notes, bro. I was like, dismissed.
Eastern Standard Time.
Done.
Well, I hope you guys got all the information you needed to win the last week of, for most of us, fantasy football regular season. Next week will begin the playoffs for most fantasy football leagues. We'll dive into some more DraftKings coming up over the next couple of weeks, as for most people, your season long will be over. So good luck to you, gentlemen. I don't know, Scotty Booms, if you're fighting for any playoff positions. I know Awthentik is.
I'm absolutely not. I'm eliminated. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. I got a little cleaning I want to do. I'm going to do some stuffed peppers. I'm going to cook. If anybody wants to come over, come holla at me.
Stuffed peppers.
Some s'mores by the fireplace. Cougars welcome.
I got to go on Tinder for that. I got to fire my app back up here and start swiping for a Sunday date. It's a little bit late in the day to confirm all that, Awthentik.
I feel you.
Man, I got a croissant waiting for me. I'm ready for it.
Hey, get your grub on, brother.
Then I realized, like, man, I don't have 6 cookies, which I really wish I had 6 cookies because
Why 6? That's
because I'm hungry.
Eddie Jr. says nobody's talking about the Seattle tight end, and the Giants are not good at covering tight ends. So that might be something to look out for.
Disley, that's who's playing tight end? Because Greg Olsen is out. I thought about picking him up.
They got Abercrombie, or not Abercrombie. What's the other tight end
Abercrombie.
they got over there? What's the guy? It's a weird name like that. It's like Abercrombie. It might be Abercrombie.
Right. Shout out my man Roman. We'll catch you later, bro. Catch you Tuesday, man. I'll see you in some of these chats, too.
Hey, thank you, guys. As always, thank you to all of our moderators for dropping links and encouraging people to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. We appreciate all your hard work. Shout out to everybody who's watching us on Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, YouTube. We almost there. We climbing, and we excited. We excited, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to check out betopenly.com. It's a dope concept, and I'm going to let the gentleman finish this off.
Awthentik, man. Get us out of here.
Nothing too crazy, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in early to the parlay. This is my way of waking up. The beard to tell you, he walked in. I was on the couch. I put the covers over my head. I was like, man, I don't know, man. Woke up around 10 o'clock. So love waking up Sunday mornings and getting to chop it up with y'all, man. This is fantastic. We appreciate the support as we're approaching our watch hours here to be able to monetize our channel. And Bluegrass says Pat Flynn is live. I'll definitely be checking that out before the games. That's what's up. Pat Flynn has been live now for over 250 days, man. Salute Pat Flynn. And go Giants Nation, man. Let's get this dub. I would love to get an unexpected win today and keep this push towards the playoffs going.
See, it wasn't Abercrombie Awthentik. It was Jacob Hollister. So I'm thinking about like where people go shopping that you and I don't shop at, but I've seen these places in the malls that we attend.
That's
facts. I feel you. Hey, Word, what's good, bro? I'll see you in the Entertainers live stream today at 4 o'clock, brother. Marjorie, I'll see you over there as well.
Yeah, everybody go support all the other creators. A lot of people are going live today for the games. We are not going live for the games today, so this is it for us. Thanks again for tuning into the Parlay. Love these Sunday mornings. Like, I don't need a cup of coffee when I got you guys' energy kind of getting me going. I'm going to have a great day today. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you guys Tuesday. We're going to do our preview show. We're going to talk about the Cowboys game that's going on Tuesday night or Wednesday, something like that.
Tuesday night.
We'll check it out then. Have a beautiful day. Hope your team wins. Best division in football.
Go Giants, baby. Go Giants, baby. Go.
Go
Giants.